Hello and welcome to this lesson on the lovely old Irish lullaby Toora Loora Loora. We're going to learn it on this GD Anglo Concertina in the key of G major. It's a slow waltz and I've set my metronome to 110 beats per minute, which I think you'll find is just a nice tempo for it. On our GD Anglo Concertina, the middle row is the G row. The row nearest to you as you sit with your concertina is the D row, and the row furthest away from you is the accidental row. Now I've got a fairly standard 30 button Anglo Concertina here. The GD is the lower pitched of the two most used Anglo Concertinas, the other one being the CG. I like the GD, I love the pitch of the notes. Sometimes I find the CG a little bit squeaky, especially the G row of that. So G is a nice key for this. So let's get started. Just so you know, everything on the G row in my music, the middle row, has normal heads because those notes crop up more than any other notes. Any notes that crop up on the D row, the row nearest to you, I give diamond shapes to the heads, and the notes on the accidental row, I give a strike through on the head, so you can see at a glance which row the notes are on. And that's peculiar to my music, but it's something I figured out a couple of years back and it works pretty well, I think. Your fingers, if you're not too sure, finger one is your index finger. The thumb doesn't count because obviously you're holding the concertina with the thumbs on top of the strap, so you don't ever use your thumb, apart from, of course, when you use the thumb on the air button on the right hand side. That's obvious, I guess. But actual playing notes, you only use fingers 1, 2, 3, 4. Index, middle, ring and little finger are 1, 2, 3, 4. Now, sometimes with the concertina, we find that the tune kind of works its way over onto the left-hand side as well, and that causes all kinds of problems when we try and do a nice little pa bass. Good news with this one is that the whole tune is on the right-hand side, so we can maintain that kind of pa feel all the way through. A couple of little interruptions to that, but it's nice and straightforward in that sense. So in that first bar number 1 up there, you can see you've got two notes on the right hand side. You've got B and then A. They're on the same button. Push, pull. Okay. Now the B is a minim, so it lasts for 2 beats. So you've got 1, 2, 3, and on beat 3 you play the same button, pull out to get the A. That's a crotchet. So that's 1, 2, 3. On top of that bar you can see a G and a D7. In fact, if you look through the whole piece you can see lots of chords, G, D7, G, C, G diminished, you'll see. These are chords for people that are accompanying you, maybe a guitarist or a keyboard player. But we do play these chords and I'll show you how we do that. In fact, we're going to do one of those chords right now. On the left hand side we're going to play a typical pa on a G chord. The is the deep G bass, little finger button number 1, G row, that's on beat 1. On beat 2 you play the pa bit of the pa. This is a G, an octave above the one you just played, and a B. Buttons 3 and 4, fingers 2 and 1, so you've got pa, so that goes with that minim that you played with the right hand, that rings while you play that pa. Then when you pull out to play the A on the right hand side, you play the button number 1 again, on the pull obviously, and it becomes a D there. So your left hand there for the first bar is, that makes a nice little overall harmony. See? Quite a nice start. And then we go to bar number 2, and the right hand side, we have a push note, a G, button number 6, okay, and then we go to the A again on button number 7, so it's push, pull, so push, pull again, minim and crotchet. And the left hand, you start off again with your pa, G bass, and then the pa, the G and the B together. But notice the third beat of the bar there, you play the note C, and it's on the accidental row. We know that because there's a strike through, a line through the head. It's button number 1 of the accidental row as you play the A note on the right hand. So second bar is So our left hand there for the first two bars is not pa pa, but pa So pa pa So if I play that for you. See, that's rather nice, isn't it?